Hey y'all, welcome to my kitchen. If you're new here, my name is Shirley, and today we're gonna do some meal prep. Meals that I can make ahead, put in my freezer, and take out, thaw them out, just pop them in my oven, something easy we don't have to prepare to help me kind of on those busy days that I don't have a lot of time to make a meal. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started on our stuffed shells recipe. And I'm going to use my homemade marinara sauce. You can find the recipe down in the description box. We're going to pour half of the jar down in the bottom. We're going to add 2 tablespoons of water to that. We're going to mix this up really good. And then we're just going to coat the bottom of the pan here. Okay, just like that. We're going to move this over. I have a 15-ounce can of ricotta cheese here. I have parmesan, a half a cup of parmesan cheese. I'm going to put that in here. 2 teaspoons of dried basil and 2 teaspoons of dried parsley. Putting that in here. And 1 large egg. Alright, I'm going to get all this mixed up. And I have a 6-ounce package of large shells that I cooked according to the package directions. Now, I get my shells over here. I gotta move some of this over so I'll have some room. You take your shell and you get your mixture and you just stuff it in just like this. And then you put it in your pan with the stuffed side down, just like that. I'm gonna get these stuffed and I'll bring y'all back when I have them all stuffed to show you what it looks like. Okay, now that I got all the shells stuffed, we're gonna take the rest of this sauce and we're just gonna pour it over the top. All right, just like that. Get all that goodness out of there. Okay. We have 2 cups of mozzarella cheese. We're going to put that on the top. Then we're going to cover this with saran wrap first. And then we're going to cover it with aluminum foil. We're going to put it in the freezer, and then when we get ready to bake it, we're going to bring it out, take the plastic wrap off, put the tin foil back on it, bake it at 350 for 35 minutes or until it's real bubbly and brown on the top. And that's all you have to do. And I'll bring y'all back for the next meal. Okay guys, in my pan I have a pound of ground beef and I'm browning it up and it's almost ready, so I'm going to add half an onion to it, diced onion. And I like to add my onion right before I drain my ground beef because the ground beef oil on there, it helps make the onion taste really good. It gives it a lot of flavor, so that's how I like to cook my onions. So I'm going to do that, and then after I get my onions cooked, I'll drain my meat on my paper towel back here. You don't have to do it that way. You can go ahead and drain it, or you can cook your onions in other oil, but I like to do it like this because it gives the onions a lot of flavor. So I'm going to let this cook for just a minute, and then I'm going to drain it. But the grease from the ground beef, it's amazing on them onions. Okay, you guys, now that we've got it drained, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, 1 10-ounce can of Rotel undrained, 1 can of red enchilada sauce, and that's a 10-ounce can. We're going to mix all this together and we're going to simmer this about 10 minutes. This smells amazing. Okay, now we're going to assemble our lasagna. And so the first step is I'm going to take and put a little bit of our meat mixture down in the bottom of the pan. Just kind of spread it around. Guys, this smells amazing. I can't wait to eat this. All right, just kind of spread it out. All right, that looks good. Now, then you take your tortillas and you get your refried beans and you just smear them on there. And if you're having trouble putting your beans on your tortillas, you can heat them in the microwave for a minute or two. Spread them on them just like that. Okay. Next to go down is a layer of cheese. And then your tortilla goes down, bean side down, just like that. And then you start the steps over again. And you just keep doing this until the whole entire, all your ingredients are used. Just like that. Then more cheese. And the very last layer, you need to end up with cheese on top. And then you take and put saran wrap over it and then aluminum foil. You write on it, and you need to bake this at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes or until it's bubbly. When you go to cook it, you take it out of the freezer and you let it thaw overnight for 24 hours, and then you can bake it. So I'm going to get this done and I'll bring y'all back. And now we're all done. Put the cheese on the top and it's ready to wrap up until you get ready to eat it. I like to serve mine with guacamole and sour cream. That's just me. You can serve it with anything you like, but that's how I like to eat mine. Now we're going to get on to our next meal. We're going to start on our chicken parmesan casserole. We have 6 cups of shredded chicken, 1 quart of marinara sauce, and this is my homemade sauce that I make myself, and I'll have the video linked at the end. I have 3/4 of a cup of shredded Parmesan cheese, 2.5 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs. Then I have 3 tablespoons of olive oil, 1.5 tablespoons of dried parsley. Okay, we're going to get started putting this together. We're going to put our chicken down in the bottom of our pan first. Just like that. Okay. Then we're going to put our marinara sauce in there over it. I want to get all that goodness out of there. Alright, we're going to kind of give this a mix together here. all back out. Just like that. Now we're going to put our cheese on top. That's the mozzarella. Now we're going to put parmesan on. Okay. We're going to take in this bowl where our breadcrumbs are. We're going to pour our oil in there. Put our parsley in there. We're going to mix this all together here. That looks good. Okay, and we're going to put our saran wrap over it and then our tin foil over it, and we're going to get this put in the freezer. I'm going to label it, and we're going to get this put in the freezer, and then when we get ready, we can take it out, thaw it in the refrigerator for 24 hours, and then bake it at 350 for 20 to 25 minutes, and we'll have a meal. Okay, our final meal that we're making is chicken enchiladas. So in my bowl I got 4 cups of shredded chicken, and I'm gonna add some cheese to it, and I've got white and yellow American cheese here that I shredded, and I'm putting 1.5 cups of cheese in here, and I'm not measuring it precisely, just kind of eyeballing it. About like that. 1 medium diced onion is going in here. That was about 1 cup. Kind of stir this just a little bit. Okay, then I'm putting 1 can of black beans that I rinsed in here and I drained. And then I'm gonna put half of this big can, it's a 28-ounce can of red enchilada sauce. I'm gonna put half of it in here. Or you can use green, and I'm gonna put the other half on top of the enchiladas after I roll them. All right, I'm gonna give all this a good mix. And you could add jalapenos in here if you wanted to. You could add rice if you wanted to. That would be good as well. All right. Get it all mixed up from the bottom in here. Okay, and now we're gonna start putting this in our tortillas, and I put those in the microwave and heated them up for probably 15 seconds just to make them easier to roll. All right, let me pull them over here. There we go. Slide that over a little bit so y'all can see what I'm doing here. Just start putting some of this filling in here. Maybe about like that. Don't want to get too much in there. And then we're just going to kind of roll them like that right there and put them in our pan seam side down. Okay. About like that. I'm going to start rolling them just like that. Put them in seam side down. And I'm just going to keep filling these, and I'll bring y'all back when it's time to do the next step. Okay guys, what I did was made 8 enchiladas, and I had some of the filling left over, so I'm going to take the filling and I'm going to pour it over the top of them. Just kind of spread it out over the top of them. Like that. And I'm going to pour the sauce over. And now I'm going to add the remaining cheese. Wow, this looks amazing. And we're going to use this. This is about 1.5 cups of cheese, maybe a little more. We're going to just kind of spread all this all over it. And then we're going to put our plastic wrap on there, and then our aluminum foil, and we're going to put it in the freezer. Then when we get ready to bake it, we're going to take it out, thaw it out for 24 hours, and then we're going to bake it at 350 for 25 to 30 minutes until it's bubbly and hot. And that's all we have to do to it, and it'll be ready to serve. Thank you for watching today's video. Please like, comment, subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I really would appreciate it. Thank you to all my subscribers. I love you guys. Please join me next week to see what we'll be cooking. Bye.